You are standing in a circle of people laughing, but you feel like you are watching them through a thick sheet of glass. You say something, but the conversation just moves right over your voice as if you never spoke at all. You start to wonder if you are actually there or if you have become a ghost in your own life. It is a heavy, hollow feeling that sits in your chest whenever you are in a crowd. You find yourself shrinking your shoulders and taking up as little space as possible. You check your phone just to look busy, even though you know there are no notifications waiting for you. It is the specific ache of being physically present, but emotionally erased by the people around you. Psychologists have a name for this specific type of isolation. It is called social invisibility. This is not the same as being alone, because being alone is often a choice. Invisibility is the painful experience of being surrounded by people who simply do not see the real you. Think about the last time you were at a party and realized you could leave without anyone noticing for an hour. That realization is a sharp, cold sting that stays with you long after you get home. Most people think this happens because you are boring or have nothing to say. But the truth is much deeper, and it usually stems from a lifetime of being told your needs do not matter. If you grew up in an environment where you had to be quiet to stay safe, you learned to hide your light. You learned to be still so you would not cause trouble or take up too much room. And now the world is treating you exactly how you trained it to treat you. You have become an expert at fading into the background like a shadow. This leads to a phenomenon known as the erasure of self. When you are never seen, you eventually stop seeing yourself as a priority. You start to believe that your thoughts and your feelings are secondary to everyone else's. You become a background character in a movie, where you are supposed to be the lead. You spend your energy monitoring the room and making sure you are not in anyone's way. It is exhausting to perform the role of the person who is always fine and never needs anything. You feel a deep hunger for someone to look you in the eye and really ask how you are. But you are also terrified of what would happen if they actually did. You have built a wall of silence that is now keeping you trapped inside. The invisibility feels like a shield until it starts to feel like a prison. You see other people connecting and bonding with an ease that feels like a foreign language to you. You replay every interaction in your head, wondering what you did wrong. This is the inverted spotlight effect. While most people fear being judged, you fear that there is nothing there to judge at all. You feel like a placeholder in your friend group and a stranger in your family. You start to believe that if you stopped showing up, no one would even ask where you went. This creates a state of chronic hypervigilance and social exhaustion. You are constantly scanning the room for signs that you are being ignored or pushed out. And because your brain is looking for it, you find it in every missed glance and every interrupted sentence. You are trapped in a cycle of self-silencing and external rejection. But your invisibility is not a reflection of your worth or your personality. It is often a reflection of the shallow environments you have been trying to belong in. You cannot be seen by people who are only looking at their own reflections. Real connection requires two people who are willing to be present and vulnerable. If you feel invisible, it might be a sign that you are standing in the wrong room. Some people are like stars that only become visible when the sky is dark enough. You have a depth that the loud and the fast often overlook because they are moving too quickly. But that depth is exactly what makes you valuable and rare. The world needs the quiet observers and the deep thinkers who see what everyone else misses. You have to start seeing yourself before you can expect anyone else to notice you. It starts with taking up space and speaking your truth even if your voice shakes. Stop apologizing for existing in the same air as everyone else. Your presence is not a request for permission, and you do not need an invite to exist. You belong here just as much as the loudest person in the room. The invisibility you feel is a temporary shadow, not a permanent state of being. You are allowed to be heard, and you are allowed to have an opinion. You are allowed to be seen for exactly who you are, without the mask. Think about the parts of yourself that you have hidden away just to keep the peace. It is time to bring them back into the light, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. The people who truly matter will notice the light you carry when you finally let it out. The ones who don't notice were never your people to begin with. You are not a ghost, and you are not a shadow. You are a human being with a story that deserves to be told with a loud voice. The silence you carry is not empty, it is full of meaning and beauty. Do not let the noise of the world drown out the sound of your own soul. You have been quiet for long enough, and the world is missing out on you. Start small by saying no when you actually mean no. Start by expressing a small preference instead of saying you do not care. Every time you speak up, you become a little more visible to yourself. The weight in your gut will start to lift as you reclaim your right to be seen. You are not a background character in someone else's story. You are the author of your own experience and the hero of your own life. Take a deep breath and feel the weight of your feet on the ground right now. You are here, and you are solid, and you are real. The world is wider than the rooms you have been hiding in for all these years. There are places where your voice will sound like music to the right ears. There are people who are looking for exactly the kind of quiet magic you have to offer. Stop trying to fit into the shadows that other people have cast over you. Walk into the light of your own existence and stay there until you feel warm. You are doing better than you think you are, even on the days you feel invisible. The person you are becoming is worth the effort it takes to be brave. Do not rush the process, but do not hide from it either. The silence is over, and your presence is required. Your story is starting now, and it is going to be beautiful. You are seen by the people who truly know how to look. You are heard by the people who truly know how to listen. You are enough exactly as you are standing there. Just keep walking your own path at your own pace, one small step at a time toward the light. The world is finally ready to see you.